Okay, we're back. One more screw to pull. Figure you don't want to watch me undoing more screws again. Okay, that's out. Let's see if we can get this cam cover to come out of here reasonably. Not too much effort. A little bit more than I had on it because there's more drag on it now. Especially that pinion bushing being a little snug. That is not helping. Good pop. Okay, we're going to be tight on the pinion bush and on the dowel down here, so down here toward the bottom. Put light pressure. And the other dowel's over here, right here. You got to keep that up in the air. Try to keep my fingers doing it. My fingers aren't strong enough to hold it up on this side. There it goes. It comes up nice and easy. No binding, no shoving, no scratching up surfaces. Just a little bit of leverage. Okay, now we look at the bushing, how much wear we got in it. It's all blackened up a little bit because that's where it's tight. Now we go ahead and look at our shaft and see what kind of wear we're getting on our shaft. You see the tips where the tightness is at. Wipe it off. No marks in there that you can see because it's tight, but it's not tight. When it's get tighter, it'll transfer bronze material onto your shaft. We're not really getting any of that I can see. So it's probably loose enough it wear itself in, but I'll probably go in there and give it a half a thou more clearance. I don't like them being tight. You're running a risk of sticking one if you run them that tight. Now this is under oil pressure load, so we'll have oil in there as soon as it gets the pump working. So that'll tend to make it not stick. I'm not sure where the tight spot is. Try to clean all the way to the bottom of the hole so we can see. I'm looking for a high spot where it'll be burnished in. Not really seeing anything. It looks like it's a really tight spot. It looks like it's lined pretty good. I'm not really seeing it. I don't know if you can see it on this one, but looks pretty even to me. We're just really tight. Very low clearance, which we already know. I can't check the clearance with the dowels on that one. So. Alright, so we know we're pretty close. Okay, now let's go ahead and put the cam in there and see what happens when we put the cam in it. If everything takes a big crap real quick, we got a problem. And one way to find out, put it together. Okay, everything lines up again. Put our cam cover on it. Didn't really cause any more drag with the cam in there, so that means it's not tight. That's good. I think it went on slightly easier, probably because we already burnished the hole in slightly with the pinion shaft. Burnishing means we're rubbing really, really hard and making both surfaces smooth. That's what burnishing means. That's what you want to happen, not stick and weld itself together and gall up. That would be bad. screws get tight instantly, which is good. That means they're not pulling stuff down. It's already flat against the surface, so we're at the bottom right there, and there's so much torque. Eighth of turn, it's already tight. Everything's sitting nice and flat like it's supposed to be. Takes you 2 turns to pull stuff down. That's pretty bad. A lot of binding. Okay. Got the crank moved? That's good. Trying to move the crank. Okay, let's hold this up in here again. Can't move it. Definitely tighter. Right there it's tight. Down here it's loose. Tight right there each time. So every turn it gets tight on the line. It just locks. The whole motor just stopped if you heard it, saw it. Just whole motor just shutters like that when it comes to a stop. See how it just stops instantly. Like it's hitting on something. Flywheel locks up when you do that too, it won't move. Right there I can move it. Good where it locks up. Can't move it. Alright, so what... You can feel the gear teeth like that. Yeah, it's definitely in the gear teeth. The only gear that goes every time around is the pinion gear. The cam gear is twice as big, so every other time it hits the same spot. The pinion gear, every time it comes around, it gets tight in the same spot. So the pinion gear is the problem. But what's wrong with the pinion gear, we don't know. We know it's not hitting anything else because it worked before with no cam. But right now, it doesn't work. Now the other gear it turns every time is the breather gear. It turns every time also. But it hits on different parts of the cam teeth, but those teeth are turning also. Maybe there's something wrong with those teeth. Those are the only 2 gears that hit every time around. So see how it locks up the cam gear. That tells me it locks up the crank. It's probably the pinion gear, because if the breather goes locked up, the crank is still free. Because the cam and the pinion is what would be tight, not the breather, not the pinion gear and cam. If you got that. But that's definitely not runnable. Now what's causing that clearance problem, I don't know. Something right there, it's tight. It's every time around. Down here it's nice and loose. No problem. Right there it gets tight. Right there it gets tight. crank pin's right here, and right here is your tight spot between here and here with the crank pin. Now, if the crank pin was hitting on something up in here on the inside of the case, which it could be, it would be drag the whole time, but I feel teeth engaging and disengaging, so it's not that. If that was hitting, it would be rubbing the whole distance. The case sticks upright right there where the cam area is. And it could drag there, but it would not be an uneven feel. Because you can see it pulsing as I go across. Yeah. Alright, so something is not going to work. We know the pinion shaft's a little tight, but that's not that either. Okay, now we got to pull it apart, take a look at it, see what we see. See if we can find something there that has a mark on it of some type. A little bit of metal transfer would be nice, makes it easy to find stuff. Not expecting to see anything on the pinion shaft like that, though. That'd be too easy. Maybe there's 2 or 3 bad teeth on the pinion gear where the camera goes on it. We know it's not the cam because it doesn't happen every other time. It happens every time. You can think about it and figure it out all you want, but tear it apart and find out what the problem is. That's how you fix things. Thinking about it not working doesn't do anything. People do that all the time. What's that noise? I don't know. Take it apart. Oh, what's that noise? Who cares? Take it apart. They don't like that answer. Okay, where'd my hammer? What did I do with my wood dough? Oh, there it is, behind me. Didn't pop. Coming out quite as easy. Okay. It only barely came out a little bit, not much. So the next thing you do is you put the cam over here in a certain spot, which is right here. You come in here with a screwdriver right here, and you leverage the cam out, and that'll push the whole cam cover off. It's called forcing it off. Not like a later motor, you got something to push on is easy. This motor doesn't have the same bosses in here to push on. There you go. I have to turn the screwdriver sideways like that to get this extra height here to push it out. Okay, come up, leave everything in there hopefully. Yep. First thing you do is look for any kind of metal, any kind of rub mark. Don't see nothing, not expected to see anything, so nothing propped up, good sign. Not that.